It will not increase your credit score, sis. The foundation won't do that for you. You have to do that for you, okay? There's no easy way out. Girl, I know you wanna. Hey guys, it's Nyra. Welcome to my channel and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, what up, homie? Let's get straight to the point. Foundation is hard. Some foundations are really easy to shade match. Some foundations are really difficult to shade match. Some foundations look better when they're set. Some foundations you don't really want to set super hard. Some foundations dry down and oxidize and look really weird. Some foundations never dry down. Why is literal face paint this difficult? And furthermore, why is nobody talking about how difficult foundation actually is? People that make beauty and like makeup content act like foundation is just a walk in the park. Just, oh, this is just me applying my foundation. Some of these foundations low-key be like weird to blend. Like no foundation is like necessarily hard to blend, but like a stick foundation, for example, stick foundations are weird to blend. It's like, y'all just gonna act like this isn't happening? So this series on my channel is intended to review and discuss different foundations from a realistic perspective of foundation actually low-key being kind of difficult. We're no longer going to ignore the fact that foundation gets really effing complicated for no reason. Aren't you excited about that? We're gonna talk about realisticness of the foundations. Is that a word? We're gonna talk about wear time, if they actually last as long as they say they do, how hard you wanna set it, how easy it is to shade match, because some of these foundations be coming out with 250 shades and it's like, we appreciate the inclusivity, but also let's be realistic. So yeah, that's all the intro I have for you guys. Let's just get into it. Okay, I did my brows off camera because this isn't about the brows. Okay, so the foundation we're going to be looking at today is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. Let's start with two components that like don't even go into like wear necessarily, but just the two preliminary components: price, shade matching. So as far as price goes, this foundation was $10, which means that if this works and becomes like one of my favorite foundations, I'm not paying an arm and a leg to replace it. That's important to me, and it should be important to you. Save your money, ladies. So yeah, this foundation was only $10, which is like really freaking good, especially for, well, I don't really know if NYX is necessarily like drugstore. I almost consider NYX like drugstore adjacent. Shade matching is pretty similar across the board with NYX. They always have a good range of foundations. They will have a shade for almost everybody, if not everybody, without having too many shades. So shade matching was pretty easy. I just tried maybe 3 of them and then I found this one that was my shade. It was very easy to shade match and I didn't feel overwhelmed. I got the color Warm Mahogany. You can even tell just like in the packaging that this is gonna be a good color for me. And it was really a good color when I swatched it. I have combination skin, so this is gonna be a pretty fair review because my skin was right in the middle. Now, when I swatched this foundation, let's do a live swatch. I was like, this is liquidy. It was very runny, very watery. It could have been the tester. Let's peel this little thing off. Come on. Boom, just a little. Oh, never mind. I think maybe the tester was watery because this is not very watery. And on the bottle, it's described as a naturally radiant foundation. So if you have oily skin, you may want to skip on this foundation, obviously. All right, let's go ahead and get into application. Lately, I've been a brush application kind of gal, but I'm gonna do half my face with the brush, half my face with a sponge. I don't like that it just like squirts out and there's no pump, but gotta make it do what it do, right? So let's just, came out a little thick. Okay, wait, I need to spread this. I hope I'm not putting too much. Like I've never used the foundation, so I don't know how much is enough. I don't know how much is too much. I hope I'm not just going crazy because this feels like I'm applying a lot of foundation, but it's Born to Glow and it seems like one of those Your Skin But Better foundations. So I just feel like I should be applying more. Lately, like I said, I've liked to apply with a brush, but let's try with the sponge first. And I'm gonna do that on the right side of my face. Okay, it's blending pretty. I use moles to determine how how full a coverage is. And I have this mole down here on my chin. So once we get to my chin, that's when we'll really dive into the coverage. With the sponge, it's blending out really pretty and really natural. I like that. Y'all, that's pretty. Hold up. Especially for like a your skin but better, like model skin foundation, that is really pretty and the coverage is good. It doesn't look like I just put on a BB cream. All right, let's take the brush. And I prefer to blend out with the brush lately, so if the sponge blended that well, I hope the brush does as well. All right, we're at the mole. Coverage is pretty good. Got some good coverage over the mole. So I'm gonna say this is a medium coverage because you can still see the mole, but it definitely covered it. Okay, with both sides blended, I'm looking like at myself, not right at the camera, but with both sides blended, I'm definitely gonna say the side that I used the brush on, this is the brush side, this is the sponge side. So the sponge side definitely looks more airbrushed than the brush side does. So I'm gonna say the best type of application with this foundation is the sponge. Just, I don't know, maybe it's just me and because I can see myself here in person, but look here at like the texture on my cheeks. There's definitely more texture coming through on the brush side than on the sponge side. So this side is sponge. I'm gonna say this application is better. It just looks smoother to me. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping because I'll be tripping sometimes, but I say that this foundation is best applied with a sponge. I don't feel like this is gonna move. I don't feel like I have to set this like crazy with powder, and I don't feel like it's sliding all over my face like it's greasy. It doesn't feel like any of that. It's dried down and it's settling into my face really, really nicely, but it is still like glowy and dewy and the coverage is good. And sometimes the more dewy skin-like foundations, you have to give up coverage. I'm not getting that from this. Coverage is good. It dries down without feeling matte because it is not a matte foundation. So it's got that perfect middle ground of a dewy foundation, but it is not sliding around your face. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to apply my makeup over this and then come back and tell you all if anything didn't react well, like if the concealer didn't go well with the foundation or anything like that, or like when I start to put on blush or contour, is it gonna move? I'm going to do that off camera with my everyday products, and then I'll come back to tell you guys if it plays nice with other products. Okay, so my makeup is on. I used the ColourPop concealer, which does not crease. I'm impressed because I have a face that's easy to crease. I usually don't even like care about the creasing, but it is really good at like minimal creasing. I like that. And it sat really, really, really well on this foundation. I used what am I trying to say? I used a powder blush from e.l.f. and didn't move my foundation. Neither did the concealer. My contour didn't move the foundation at all. Like this foundation, when it's on your face, even before you set it, we'll get there in a minute, even before you like set it with any powder, it's not moving. And so that's really good. If y'all don't know, I, on a day-to-day basis, do not set my makeup with powder. I really don't use setting powder. And that is because, like I said, I have combination skin. My skin is never super dry, never super oily, unless I'm doing something that is like strenuous or like really active, or I'm gonna be out all day in 85+ degree weather. I'm not setting my makeup, and my makeup does not move around a lot. And I am going to keep that same energy until the foundation forces me not to. I did not set this at all, guys, and look at how nice my skin still looks. It is playing well and playing nicely with other products. Very, very good so far. I'm going to wear this and go on about my day. At the end of the day, when I'm ready to take my makeup off, I will be back to tell you guys how this foundation actually lasted. I'm probably going to be filming some videos today. I might do a little bit of thrift shopping. I'm going to be outside. I'm going to be inside moving around. So yeah, we will see how homegirl is in a couple of hours. Okay. The time now is about 7:24. It's been about 4.5, 5 hours since I last saw y'all. Okay. So that's not a whole day of wear. That's not super long, but it was long enough for me to film a couple videos. Now I'm ready to take my makeup off. So let's talk. Now, let's go ahead and start looking at this foundation. Are we keeping into account the fact that I did not set my makeup and I still look like this about 5 hours later? That's nuts. I do not look super matte because this is not a matte foundation. It's like dewy-ish, your skin but better-ish foundation. I would call it dewy adjacent, not necessarily very dewy, but dewy adjacent, not matte, okay? I believe the term I'm looking for is satin, but I'm not a professional, obviously. So let's talk about some separation. I've got some separation here in my like smile lines, but when you have smile lines, you have to expect the foundation to do that just a little bit. And this did that just a tiny bit. Like, look, right here, just this smidgen. And that's reminding you that I did not set at all. I didn't put any setting powder, any setting spray, not even my Mario Badescu rose water, none of that today. This side isn't even as bad, you see? It is like very slight. Around the nose, my foundation has not moved. My foundation often separates on my nose too. Has not moved on my nose. I am like ridiculously impressed. Under the eye, no product moving really. I have these lines here. So like there's a little bit of creasing, but nah, fam. Also, I wear glasses in like the real world, but I don't film in them. Sometimes I'll film in contacts. Sometimes I won't film like in anything. Like today I didn't film in contacts or glasses. But on a like regular basis, this is how I look. My glasses are Prada, honey. Don't try it. Anywho, and so I get little lines here, like right where my the bottom of my glasses sit. I know my glasses are dirty. We're not talking about that. And they did that just a little bit. This foundation did that just a little bit, but that is because I'm wearing glasses. You like cannot even tell now. So that is like extremely impressive. It was here just a tiny bit, and I can see it just because I know that it happens. Need I remind y'all that this foundation was $10? All right, guys, so in conclusion, this foundation slaps. The complication level is at 0 out of 10. It's easy to pick a shade because the shade range is not super overwhelming. You don't feel like, why am I paying $75 for a foundation? You don't feel like you're getting ripped off. In fact, it's kind of underpriced because NYX could have put this out for $18, $20 if we're just keeping it real, because it is a good foundation. The coverage is good. It is easy to blend with both a sponge and a brush, although I personally determined that I like the sponge blend a little bit better. It plays well with other products. Literally, what more could you ask for from a foundation? It will not increase your credit score, sis. The foundation won't do that for you. You have to do that for you, okay? There's no easy way out. That wraps up the first episode of Foundation is Hard. I hope you guys had fun addressing all of the annoying issues that foundation displays and all of the things that other beauty gurus don't talk about, overpaying or underpaying for foundation, how sometimes they're just weird to blend, shade matching can be overwhelming. Like, if I have to be the voice of reason, then so be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to your girl. Follow me on Instagram so we can connect on and off YouTube. I know you want to lurk on me. Go ahead, shawty. And I will see you guys in my next video.